Good morning, students. Welcome to class 3 of chapter 1. Before we proceed further, let us quickly recall the concepts which we had discussed in the earlier class. You have learned important terms like line segment, ray, line and congruent segments. We also discussed the properties of congruent segments like reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. Along with that, we discussed midpoint of segment and distance of a point from a line. I hope you have understood them very well. Let's learn two new concepts in this class. The new concepts are conditional statements and converse. A conditional statement is the statement written in if-then form. If we have a simple statement, then the statement which is converted by putting if-then in that simple statement is called a conditional statement. There are two parts in a conditional statement. The first part is called antecedent. It is the part of the statement following if. And the second part is called consequent. It is the part of the statement following then. Now, if this antecedent and consequent are interchanged, the resulting statement is called converse. Therefore, converse is a statement in which the antecedent and consequent are interchanged. You will understand these two concepts better when we solve few questions. So, here is first example. A statement is given, the opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Now here, in this figure, a parallelogram ABCD is shown with identical pairs or congruent pairs of opposite angles. Angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Now, let us convert this statement into conditional statement. But before that, we have to first identify which geometrical shape is included in the statement. Here, it is a parallelogram, which is a quadrilateral. Now, we have to use this word while making the conditional statement. Therefore, the conditional statement for the given statement is, if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then the opposite angles of that quadrilateral are congruent. Here, the part which is followed by if is a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, and the part which is followed by then is the opposite angles of that quadrilateral are congruent. If we interchange these two parts, we will get a converse. Therefore, the converse is, if the opposite angles of that quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a parallelogram. Let's see one more question. The next statement is, the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. And here is the diagram in which a rectangle is shown and two diagonals are there, AC and BD, which are congruent and indicated by same color. Now, let us see which geometrical shape is given here, which is a rectangle. Again, a quadrilateral. So, we have to write the conditional statement like this. If a quadrilateral is a rectangle, then the diagonals of that quadrilateral are congruent. Now, a quadrilateral is a rectangle is antecedent and the diagonals of that quadrilateral are congruent is a consequent. While when we interchange them, we get a converse like, if the diagonals of that quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a rectangle. The next example is, if the sum of digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. This is the divisibility test for 3, which you have already learned. Still, let us see one example for this. A number 15 is given and we have to check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. Therefore, the sum of digits is 1 plus 5, which is 6. And when we divide the 6 by 3, we get 2. That is 6 is divisible by 3. That means the given number 15 is divisible by 3. Now we have to write the converse of the given statement. We know that the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3 comes after if. That means it is antecedent. And the number is divisible by 3 is a consequent. By interchanging these two, we will get the converse as, if the given number is divisible by 3, then the sum of digits of the number is divisible by 3. The next question is, Write the antecedent and consequent in the following statement. Antecedent is given part and consequent is part to be proved. The statement is, if all sides of a triangle are congruent, then its all angles are congruent. It is shown by this diagram. In triangle ABC, side AB, BC and AC, they are congruent. Similarly, angle A, angle B and angle C are also congruent. Now, as we have to find out the antecedent and consequent, the antecedent is the part after if, that means all sides of a triangle are congruent, and the consequent is the part after then, it is its all angles are congruent. So let's see the answer now. The antecedent is all the sides of a triangle are congruent and consequent is its all angles are congruent. The next question is, draw a labeled figure showing information in each of the following statements and write the antecedent and the consequent. The statement is, two equilateral triangles are similar. First we have to draw the labeled figures. Here is a triangle ABC and the second triangle is triangle PQR. Both are equilateral triangles, but the measurements are different. As they are equilateral triangles, all the angles of each triangle is equal to 60 degrees. So they are similar but not congruent as their sides are not equal. Now we will convert the statement into conditional statement form first so that we can write antecedent and consequent. Here the geometrical shape is triangle, so we have to use it in the conditional statement. The conditional statement is, if the given two triangles are equilateral, then they are similar. Now the part after if is, the given two triangles are equilateral. Therefore the antecedent is, the given two triangles are equilateral, and consequent will be the part after then. So the consequent is, they are similar. So here in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we have shown that they are equilateral triangles and they are similar to each other. We have learned many concepts like conditional statements, their two parts, antecedent and consequent, and the converse, and we have solved few questions based on the same concepts. I hope you have understood them very well. Please revise them at home and take care and bye.